Hi YouTube, it's Maxine with Renaissance Max, and welcome or welcome back if you're a returning somebody. Hi YouTube people, this is Maxine with Renaissance Max. That's the name of my channel, for reasons that I have yet to talk about, but we'll get there eventually. And over here we're talking about fashion, new fashion, new in, but particularly vintage. Not exclusively, but particularly. We are thrifting, we are new shopping, we're fast fashion shopping, you know, Zara, H&M, all these things, all the places. We're just shopping. We like to shop. So welcome or welcome back, and I hope you'll join me on this Renaissance journey. Hopefully we'll at some point be talking about film and music and art, but right now we're talking about aging. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Because, as alluded to in the title, this may very well end up being my best year, best decade, best from now on. Who knows? And who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? When we went into quarantine a few years ago, I thought, is this how it ends? I was still wanting to be out there, be active, you know, in the streets. Well, okay, not in the streets. Okay. Calm it down. We're not in the streets. But I still wanted to be out and able to party, go out, dancing with my friends. And then we were quarantined. And I thought, this is terrible. What's going to happen? For someone my age to think that, well, this is it, because we had no idea how long any of this stuff was going to last. And I think if you're in your, you know, if you're young, you're in your 20s or 30s, then there's still hope that we're going to get out of this and you're still going to be young enough to enjoy your life. Well, I was feeling a lot more fatalistic about it because I was in my late 50s. And so thinking that you're going ahead and spending the next however many years locked in the house at that age, pretty frightening. But here we are. We've come out of it. I'm making the most of it. And I got to tell you, I'm having actually the time of my life. I never thought that I would be doing something like this. I mean, if this was around, if social media was around when I was in my 30s, I might have thought about doing it. I don't know. I had so many insecurities and just things that I felt self-conscious about at that age, still, even at that age, that I don't know that I would have wanted to put myself out there. But at this age, it's kind of now or never, isn't it? It's really now or never. At this age, you have to be intentional. What age? I'm over 60. And you really have to be intentional about how you live your life at this point going forward. Anybody that's 40, 50 and above knows that to be true. I wasn't prepared, I don't think. Well, you're never really quite prepared for this, I think. We're all just going through whatever age we're going through for the very first time. So you can't really prepare other than people saying, oh, you know, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And everybody's journey is different. So my journey may not be somebody else's journey. I had terrible hot flashes. I know people who didn't have any. Lucky them. But again, everybody's journey is different. It's like your hair, texture, length, your skin, all of that. genetics plays a very, very big role in all of that. So it's not just a matter of, oh, if we use certain products, we're going to get this result. A lot of it is down to your genetics, what your parents passed on to you. So where was I? Where was I going with all of this? Oh, yes. Being old, aging. Yeah, it's a lot. And it's all happening all at once, and yet little by little. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way that I can describe it. Because we all know the first thing that goes usually is your eyesight. I mean, not completely, thank heavens, but you start to have problems with your eyesight. You either can't see very well far away or close up, which is my issue. So I do wear reading glasses like a lot of people my age, most people my age. So there's that. And then almost weekly, it seems, or monthly, if you're lucky, there's something else going on, right? There's, you know, I'm not crazy about my neck right now, but it is what it is. I'm learning to live with all of the changes as they come. What I was not prepared for at all, though, was the total change in my metabolism. It's almost like I went overnight from being this active little gym bunny to someone who has to talk myself out of bed in the mornings, which is crazy. It's like, okay, so I want to get up, I want to exercise, and I know that I need to, and I know that I need to just stay active and move around, but the energy is just not there. And so, yeah, when we're talking about intentionality, that is the very first one, is being intentional about staying active, staying in shape, watching your diet, doing all of the things that you need to do to continue to live a long, healthy life, or start living a long, healthy life if you've been doing all the wrong things before. So, yeah, the aging thing, it's, we can let it suck us down like I did initially, where I was just like, oh, I just don't have the energy to do it. I can't make it happen. Or you can just get out of bed and get going. I've actually gained a few pounds in the last, I want to say, a month or two, because I've had knee issues. Another aging thing, right? Where something goes. It doesn't all go all at once, but something is going to be wrong. You're going to sleep wrong, and then you're going to have a whole day or two where, you know, your arm hurts, or there's a cramp, or your neck is cricked a certain way, whatever. There's always going to be something going on at this age, because that's what happens as we age. I don't want to get all technical about it, but it is what it is, right? So I've had these knee issues, one knee in particular, and I alluded to it, or didn't just allude to it, I talked about it a little bit in my another video that I did, I think my denim, styling denim on denim, which is what I'm doing today. Show you my outfit a little bit. It's just straight leg jeans and a jean shirt and a belt. That's it. And some pearls. I got some pearls. Okay, come back. You can come back. Okay, there, how's that? Not too bad, right? Okay. So, yeah, it's been a bit of a journey. But I feel like I have finally gotten a new lease on life. I don't have a ton of subs or a ton of views on my videos, but I'm okay. I'm really doing this for me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope that there are people out there who can be inspired by my journey and, you know, like the things that I'm talking about, like my styling, my fashion, like the videos, all of that. But really, this is for me, to get me out of my slump, to get me wearing the myriad plethora of clothes that are in my closet. Because like I said, we be shopping. We be shopping and we be putting them in the closet, and then we don't go anywhere. And so they don't get worn. And no. That's a no. Especially the way things are right now economically. Oh, we can't afford to do that. So we're not going to do that anymore. I'm going to be wearing my clothes. I'm going to be going outside. And that's what I have been doing intentionally, because I'm now on YouTube and making these videos. And honestly, it's kind of daunting at my age to think about doing this. I mean, I'm not a size 4. I don't know how to do makeup. This is honestly the most I've ever worn makeup, I think probably in my entire life. Even when I was younger and going out clubbing every weekend, I might put on a lip, some mascara, maybe a little blush or something. I don't remember wearing foundation that often. And it's not because my skin was great either. It just wasn't something we did back then. Or at least I didn't do. So yeah. This has given me this whole new purpose and kind of a new lease on life. It's so easy, I think, when you get to my age to just not necessarily hang it all up, but just think, you know, these are the declining years, joints are aching, all of these other things are going on. You're probably, you know, if you still have parents, they're aging and you're having to take care of them. You're probably grandparents at this point. You're taking care of grandkids. There's a lot of other things going on in your life. And as always, it's usually about other people and taking care of other people and not you. But if you don't have all of those responsibilities to worry about, your kids are grown, they're out of the house, you don't have grandkids, or you don't have them close by, and you don't have to babysit every weekend, then it's time to get back to you, right? It's time to pour into yourself. And maybe that's something you haven't been able to do for the last 20, 30 years or more. It depends on, I don't know, whenever you started a family, if that's what you did. So, I mean, I did, late in life. But so, yeah, for the last 20 years, it has not been all about me. And now it can be. And I can sort of pour into myself, and in a way that wasn't available to me 20, 30 years ago. It's a bit daunting. It's very daunting for someone my age, just even having to learn the technology. I hesitated to do this for a very long time because I knew it was going to be a very, very steep learning curve. Sorry, I'm under the weather too. My throat is acting up. But yeah, I knew it was going to be a steep learning curve to get to any level of proficiency, especially if I'm going to be doing it on my own, which so far I have been. So here we are. And I'm having a ball. It's given me new purpose. I actually get dressed. I'm usually, and if you do or have seen any of my previous videos, I'm usually just in track pants or the same cuffed, stretchy, short crop jeans, and a graphic tee is usually my everyday outfit. And today I said, no, we're gonna put ourselves together like we have some kind of style. Because what am I doing on here talking about style and fashion and all of that stuff, and then I'm out in the world every day looking like, I don't know, a scruff, a cruff. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I wanted to talk about this journey that I'm on. It's just beginning, but I'm loving it so far. I'm loving the intentionality of it and the pouring into myself of it and the getting out of my own head of it, right? And the learning new things and feeling, it actually makes me feel young and and kind of with it. Does that make any sense? That I'm actually doing this thing when, you know, I don't know. I gotta tell you, I don't know really anybody in real life who is doing this. A lot of my friends are not even, they're either just getting IG or they're, you know, still on Facebook or something. So I'm kind of being a bit of a, I don't know, what is the term? Renaissance? Renaissance woman? Okay. Whatever. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. And hopefully, you know, delve into it a little bit more and a little bit more deeply in other videos. But I don't want to ramble on forever and ever. I want to talk about what I got up to this week, which was quite a bit. I went to an international center where they were having, I think it's still on, it's on until Monday. They're having a huge sale. I'm not sure where they get their stuff, but it's all like new in stuff, shoes, clothes, different brands. And I'm just looking at a couple of the pieces that I picked up. I picked up actually like three things from there, and it's everything for $10. Everything, all new stuff for $10. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop up a little bit of what I got into there. It was hard to vlog in there because it was really crowded, obviously, and noisy. There's a lot of music in the background, and yeah, just people everywhere. So it was hard to vlog. So I'll just show like a little tiny bit of that, but I can show you what I got. Just three very disparate pieces, so not going to style them up or anything right now. Just wanted to talk about them. The first one is I love it. I love it. I almost didn't get it because I have a lot of corduroy pants. I love corduroy. I love corduroy because of the texture. And I love texture because I do a lot of monochromatic dressing, and the way to make that look not just flat and boring is to introduce texture, and corduroy does that. So I got these pants. They're wide leg, high waist. The fit on these is just the exact perfect slouch. You know, it's just that perfect. I should try them on, but okay, maybe I will. Give me a minute. Okay, so I'm standing on the chair so you can see a little bit. Yeah, just wide leg, and they're just that perfect slouch. I just love it. I love the width of it. I actually have a pair of loafers that I think are almost the perfect color for these. So yeah, this was the first thing I got. And like I said, I almost didn't get it. But it was everything for $10. It's like, okay, so if you make a mistake, And there's also, mine I mentioned, nowhere to try anything on. So you're guessing or throwing stuff over what you have on. I don't know. Doing the best you can. Next piece, I did not realize until I got home, because it's such a pain in the neck pulling out your reading glasses every time you go somewhere, that I didn't realize, look who it is. Okay, so Fashion Girlies, no, Ms. Janae Naylor, formerly High Low Luxe. This is, and excuse the wrinkled, I mean the wrinkles, that's what it was like, having to see past all that and see the greatness in the pieces that you're picking up for only $10. So Janae Naylor's vest, this linen blend vest from her, I guess, collection with Target. So this was the piece that was there, and it's a little snug. like everything I own right now. I'm going to be working on that. But yeah, I love it. It's snug, so kind of nips in at the waist, and I love the very deep pockets of it. And it can be worn alone or with something underneath. So for summer, I thought perfect piece. I love black, even in the summer. I mean, it's my favorite color anyway, because I sweat a lot. Or I used to sweat a lot. Oh, okay, Future Collective, see the label there? And black hides that. So yeah, that's piece number 2. And then piece number 3 is actually, I saw it as soon as I sort of walked in, started looking through the racks. I saw this shirt. It's just a random flowered cotton pajama style shirt. It had the sleeves kind of pinned up like that so you could see the underside. I decided that I wanted them just down. I didn't like that. And that's something we'll talk about in another video too. I'm very much about zhuzhing things and changing things around, restyling them, if you will, to make them fit my aesthetic. So we'll talk about that because I've actually made a couple of things out of other pieces of clothing, and we'll get into that at some point. But yeah, so see what I mean? I need the glasses so I can tell you who this is by. It's Universal Thread Goods Company. I got a large, and this shirt, you're like, okay, so big deal, big random shirt. Okay, this shirt to me is very, just gave me Dries Van Noten, Etro vibes. I don't know, can you see it? I feel like there's something, I couldn't find it when I was looking, but I feel like there's something on my Pinterest board, a Dries outfit that is very reminiscent of a top like this, worn with a skirt that also has a pattern, different colors. I don't know, it just made me think of that. So I got that too. $10. So those were the 3 pieces that I picked up. I actually picked up another pair of jeans as well, but I ended up giving those to my daughter. So I spent a grand total of $40. Woohoo! And got 4 new pieces. So that was altogether a very good day. Okay, so that was, I don't remember what day I went there. Wednesday, maybe? Okay, this whole week has been a blur, and the days have just rolled into each other. So I went vintage shopping on a different day, Saturday, and I ended up getting yesterday, and I got these beads. Because I love pearls. I mean, they're fake pearls, but I love the creamy color of them as opposed to like the stark white that you usually see with pearls. So got that, and got another piece that I will talk about in another video because it's sort of an ode to the dandy style that's coming up. I think that's going to be all the rage now with the Met Gala thing going on, and so I want to show that. I'm not going to be able to show it today or style it up today because, well, it's a hat. Did I mention that? Because of the way my hair is, it's nothing's going to fit on my big head with these twists in it. But once I take them down, I'm hoping I can squash that hat down over my hair. I was going to say big head. I don't think my head's that big. It's pretty average. But yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to put it on and then I can style it up and show it to you. Hopefully we might do something on that next week. Don't hold me to it. But yeah, that's kind of a loose plan. Okay, so that was the early part of the week. And then I went to a thrift store. It's a really nice thrift store. It's clean, it's bright, it's huge, and they have a lot of stuff in there. And normally when I go in there, I head straight to the men's department, which is what all the fashion girlies say, right? Shop in the men's department. And I do, because I love a masculine look. I mean, masculine, but feminized in some way. Wear it with heels, a ruffled shirt, throw on some pearls, some beads, whatever. I love that look. I love the juxtaposition of the masculine with the feminine and the... So, I found something that I have actually been looking for. And I was watching this particular item, a tweed blazer on eBay, my favorite, for a while, but it's in England. And my friend's going there. So I was going to have her pick it up for me and bring it back. But you know what? I walked into the thrift store today and walked into the men's department and said, well, let me go see what's on in the suits. Because I actually wanted like a whole suit. I didn't really have a hope in hell of finding like a beautifully tailored vintage designer men's suit. That's a dream too far, I think, maybe for this place. But I did walk immediately up to this jacket, immediately, and had a moment. I'm going to pop up video of me trying it on. I tried it on with a few different shirts because I just wanted to create a whole look. But here is the jacket. And I'm kind of in shock and awe because I don't think I've ever found a men's blazer that was just exactly what I was looking for in this kind of shape. The colors, everything about it is chef's kiss, chef's kiss. So here it is. You know what? I don't even know what brand it is. I'm going to find out the same time you do. So here is the blazer. And of course, popping up side view for you. So the vintage store that I went to is Tally's. And I think you can you see the price there? $22.49. And I got a deal. Because I think she gave me like 10 or 15% off. Because I bought a couple of things. So look at the inside of this jacket. See, this is the kind of thing that sets men's tailoring apart from women's. Look at the inside of the sleeves. Look at this. The colors. And always the inside pocket. They never do this for women. Why? Don't we deserve this stuff? We don't all want to carry around purses all the time. That might not be true, but it would still be nice to have these extra details. You know I'm all about the details. Okay, so who is this? Glasses. Okay, let me sit down. This jacket, Holland Esquire. And it says extra large, but I mean, it fits me really well. And you pop up showing the styling. So yeah, and even on the other side. So this is the other side. Another pocket. And look at the back. And it's got two pockets here. This one is still sewn shut. Oh, so's this one partially shut too. Is this new? It really seems that maybe this jacket sewn shut halfway. I think this jacket was never used. I'm still taking it to the cleaners, by the way. But yeah, so I am thrilled with this. And the price, oh my God. I think like under $20. Get out of here. Well, don't get out of here, but isn't that fabulous? Because the one that I wanted from England, I think it's over 50 pounds, which if you do the exchange is going to cost me, by the time I get it, over $100. So big savings. So what I got today was I got that jacket. Yeah, today. That jacket, this shirt, which I think goes really nicely with the jacket. It's by New Man. Isn't that a New Man or New Men? New Man, which I think is a Topshop brand, isn't it? Used to be a Topshop brand. I'm going to look for the fabric content, all things that I completely ignored while I was in the store because I was just thrilled to find it, and at the price that I did, and it's 100% cotton. Yes! I burned myself trying to pull something out of the oven. Stupid. Anyway, got the buttons attached. This looks brand new too, actually. So New Man, says size 4. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I love the colors. Sort of like khaki, gold, tan, camel, red, and look at the orange for the buttonholes. Pretty snazzo, if you ask me. And it looks brand new. And I really like it with the jacket. I think the colors kind of go, you know? Then you open up the jacket and you've got all this stuff going on. And the stripes of red in the tweed, if you can see it there, and look at the collar. Look at the back of the collar. Oh my God. I am so thrilled with this. Okay. Happy, happy me. That's it. That was my haul. That was my shopping. Oh, and did I show you? Look at this. One more thing. The buttons on the sleeve, I don't know if they're actual leather. I can't really tell, but they're brown with sort of a olive undertone, which kind of mirrors not just the striping in the jacket, but also on the shirt, I think, because of the olive striping there. Okay. So yeah, that was that. Okay, you know what? One other thing. Let me show you the tie. And you can get in the comments and tell me what you think about it. Hang on a sec. So this is the tie. Do you see the colors? Now, look at that. I mean, the jury's still out in terms of whether it actually would go with the shirt, but I really like it with the jacket. So even if I just had, for instance, a white or a cream colored shirt underneath, then I feel like that would go really well, right? Isn't that cute? Yeah, I like it. Okay, so that's my new in and new vintage thrift, whatever you want to call it. Those are the things that I got. And okay, you know what, there's more. I know I'm really bad about this. I'm really bad about showing the things that I get just randomly. And I should show you what I get as a collective haul probably. So hold on 1 second again and I'll be right back. Okay, this is also new in. This shirt and another shirt and these pearls came from the same store, which is that beautifully curated vintage shop that I mentioned in my last video. So this shirt, look at this shirt. So it just goes to here in the front. There's a button here, right? So it's like a popover. But check out the back. Can you see that? Do you see the buttons running down the back? So it buttons all the way down the back. And then the back slightly longer. So kind of an asymmetry there. And then the long sleeves. I hope you can see that. Isn't that fabulous? It's just so different. And then it's a really creamy beige color. So not stark white. So I hope you were able to see those buttons. And so the shirt that I just got and showed you with the tweed jacket, I came very, very close to not getting it because the other shirt that I got at the same time as I got this one from my vintage secret hideaway place is this shirt. Can you see this? It's quite similar, right? It's got the striping in the almost some of the same shades, the cream, the gold, but gray instead of the olive and red that's on the other shirt. So, and it's a bit wrinkled. This is also 100% silk, and it's by Acris. Fashion girlies know who Acris is. Their stuff is quite pricey. So it's 100% silk. It's, again, sort of this pajama front style and buttons. And it's a little crinkled because it just came out of the wash. I do wash my silks and linens on the delicate setting in the machine, and then I hang them to dry or lay them flat. So, yeah. So it's pretty somewhat similar. Let's put this here. Somewhat similar, but not, right? To this shirt. So yeah, okay, we're done. That's all the new and stuff for the past couple of weeks. And I know I said I would not be shopping and that I'm only shopping my closet because we have enough clothes. We do. We all have enough clothes. And at this point, you're just sort of plugging holes, right? You go in your closet, you try to style something up. And this is what happens to me all the time. I think, oh, I've got this. I've got this look that I want to do or replicate or whatever. And I know I can do it based on what's in my closet. And then I get in my closet and I start styling everything. And then I think, oh, but if only I had insert something you don't have. This particular boot, this particular blouse. If only I had, ooh, that belt that I saw at that store the other day. And that's how we end up constantly shopping. But I don't think we should beat ourselves up about it, right? Because, like I said, we all have enough clothes. We can style them up, make them look different, make them look dressy, dress them down, make them look casual, whatever. Sometimes by just a few carefully curated and placed accessories, right? Belt, earrings, bracelets, rings, whatever, scarves. So yeah, there's a multitude of ways that we can play with our closets and keep our bringing new things in to a minimum. But in the meantime, in between time, we be shopping. And the best way to not feel too bad about it is to try and get it for a bargain, right? We don't have to spend a ton of money and break the bank, as I said in my last video, in order to stay stylish. And look fashionable and look fly and all of those things. We can save money, and we can, if we're not going to save money and we're just going to shop, and we can do it affordably. Mind you, affordable is subjective. it's whatever really is affordable to you. Yeah, but $40 for a jacket, a shirt, both of which look completely new, and a tie, 2 ties. That's right up my alley. I love that. I love that for me. And if this provided some kind of inspiration for you, then I love that for you too. Anyways, we're going to end it here. And I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you give me a thumbs up and you subscribe, because if you come back, I'll come back, and we'll keep doing this, and we'll talk about all the things. And yeah, that's it. If you stayed with me this far, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and I would love for you to join so we can form a little community with the other 3 or 4 people that are here so far. Okay, I'm being a little self-deprecating, but it's okay. We have to all start somewhere, and we'll grow together. Okay, so have a great week. Thank you so much for watching my video, if you did. And I hope you come back and see me again. Check my posts on IG. I'm there. I'm not posting every day, but you know, stuff goes up. And I'm doing a challenge. I do a challenge with the cookie lookbook, where it's worn 3 ways, or worn 3 ways Wednesdays. So every Wednesday I've missed a couple, but every Wednesday there's a group that does whatever the challenge is, and posts their reels on IG. So y'all should look into that and think about joining the group. That's a lot of fun too. So yeah, drop my tie on the ground. So yeah, come back and see me again, y'all. And have a wonderful week. Again, take care. It's been fun, and I hope to see you again. Okay? Thanks, YouTube. Bye.